Hey guys, so today we'll be talking about Monday's range and how to play Monday's range. So, what is Monday's range? Monday's range is basically two lines that tell you the highest price went on Monday and the lowest price went on Monday. So, how do you figure this out? Right? So, you want to go to TradingView, load up any chart, and let me just load up a fresh chart. Let's load up ETH actually. Search for ETH. Go to any random chart. So now what you want to do is go to mapping out individual Mondays is like kind of time consuming and shit. So what you want to do is just go to indicators, type in Monday's name, Monday's candles, Monday candles. Yeah, here, this one, by O8E, by obey. So once this loads, I'll double click this and go to inputs and go to visibility, sorry, turn off weeks, days, and from hours turn it to 3 so that you can only see it on the 1 hour time frame, right? So now okay, this is a bad chart. No, sorry, let me find another one. Okay, yeah, better. So now what you want to do is test the strategy out, right? So what is the strategy basically even about? So let's just go to some random as okay, let's go let's go here, anywhere is fine. So what basically you want to do is you want to map out two levels. The lowest price went on Monday, that means the lowest price went in these green candles, tells you the lowest price went on Monday. So what should be here, right? The highest it went would be here. So now what you want to do when you're trading the Monday's range is basically you want to look for deviations below here or above here. So we got one below here, right? As you guys can see, as soon as price goes below this, as soon as price closes below the low, like it closed below the low or something, let's say in like this candle, right? This candle. And then what you want to do is once price closes once again above the Monday's low, you want to long it. So, and the most important part here is you want to aim for 2 RR. You don't want to aim for the whole thing. I would suggest that if you're doing it, then you aim for like 2 RR, or you should also watch out for the first trouble areas, right? Both. So here you could have longed it till probably like here maximum, but this is because the stop here was tighter, so that's why you're getting a better risk reward ratio. But if I was to put a stop here, I would put it below this edge, like here. So now you're gonna find your 2 RR trade, which is here. So what 2 RR basically means is that you're risking you're risking, let's say 100 rupees to make 200 rupees. So basically risking 100 rupees to make 200 rupees. That's why you get 2 RR here, right? So if you put in 100 rupees here, if this price went to here, you get 200. But if price went here, then you'd get 100. So yeah. So anyway, I back tested this on the ETH chart, like all the Mondays ranges, all the deviation and stuff. So what I came up with is here. So these were the amount of wins I came up with, and these are the amount of loss I came up with. So yeah, let's say I have 100 rupees, then I win from 100 rupees how many times? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. Let's just say 20 times. So you have 100. So 100 becomes 200. Wait a second. 100 into 2 becomes 200, but that is just for 1. For 20, multiply this by 20. So in total, you'd make 4,000 if you were risking $100. And if you wanna count this, these are the wins. Sorry, this is the, let's just call it the win amount, loss amount, and let's say to net. Let's just call this net profit. Sorry. So if you had 100 into 1, because 1 RR, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. Right. So you would lose around this much money. Minus this, you get 2,900. Right. This is the net profit you make using the strategy over time. I only use this for like one chart, and that too with like without like checking anything else, or without checking high time frame bias or anything like that. Like nothing, not even high time frame bias. Without that, I got this much RR. So I think if you use this with something else or something like that, some indicator or something with high time frame bias and stuff like that, then your win rate would definitely be more than 64%, like way more than 64%, right? This was just based off what I did like here. Like I did not like go to the high time frame and look if there was a high time frame bias. I just plotted out the high and the low, and then I just checked if there was a deviation long or deviation short. Right, that's what I did. So some things I obviously understood here are that you don't take trades that are very big candles into the Montes range. You definitely do not want to take candles that, like, so for example, there's a Mondays range here, right? And if there is a candle that closes, let's say like this big of a candle, you don't want to long here, right? You don't want to long here, because then your stop loss would have to be here, right? So that's a bad R trade, because you're getting resistance here, right? So exactly. Also, one more thing, the Mondays range trade is applicable only for like the week. If the week's over, you should probably cut out that trade. That's what I think, right? So double closes work, but it is riskier than rounded retest. I have a whole video on double closes, and the basic premise of a double close is if there is a resistance area, let's say here, price closes above it, and then price closes below it again, and the second candle is a bearish candle and closes below this one, and it eats and swallows up the uptrend candle, the bullish candle, the breakout candle, that means this is bearish. This is what a clean double close is, right? So double close work, but it is riskier, way riskier than rounded retest. You could take it works, but you should definitely have other indicators or stuff telling you to take that trade. Big moves covering most of the range don't offer good RR. This is exactly what I mean by this trade. And big ranges are risky as hell. So ranges that are more than 10-12% are insane, and I don't think you should try even playing with it, right? I think one range, such big range, is Fartcoin right now. It's a huge range, like 20% range. It's risky, but you do you. And also what I've realized is you shouldn't risk more than 3% on these trades, right? 3% of your capital on these trades. So like, for example, I'm only risking 1.12%, but you should not, there's no need for you to risk more than 3% of these trades. If you don't get a trade with the proper stop loss, don't take it. That's one of the things I learned from CryptoCred and these guys, is to not take a trade if you can't set up your stop loss or take profit area. Stop loss is a part of your trade, right? and short or long clear candles only. Short or long clear candles that have an impulse on the level. So you need a clean good close above the weekly low or a weekly high. Clean close, like this is a clean close, right? This is a very clean close, right? You need something like this close. You don't want a small, like you don't want a close like this, right? That's kind of shitty, right? So yeah, I would suggest that you guys obviously back test this strategy. I think it works if you can make it work, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.